Today, this video will be in English for my English-speaking friends. I am again in Giza. Yesterday I filmed this same video in Spanish and I wanted to share this message also in English because I've been traveling a lot and going to different sacred places around the world actually this year, which I'm very grateful for, have been doing. And I was sharing about this message I got in Greece, actually for the first time. Hi! I've been in Greece this year and my soul led me to some other place that wasn't Delphi or like Athens. I would really love to go there sometime, but I had only 4 or 5 days to be there and this time around, and my soul led me to Samothraki island. This is an island in the north of Greece where I found out there sits the temple of the greater gods, the great gods. So I went there and I was just doing my thing, connecting in the place, and I received this message in the shape of a story, I guess, of a tale or a myth that I'd like to share with all of you because I feel it's really important for these times. So as I was there sitting, connecting, meditating, I started hearing these different voices around me. Actually, humans, we perceive energy in the way we can and usually it's in the shape of human energy or like personalities, what we know about. So I started hearing these voices of different kinds of energies or personalities, you could say, very different between them, and they were chit-chatting about what's happening in that place, in the temple, and they were noticing me. I was there. So I started speaking to these voices, to these energies in Samothraki Great God Temple, and they shared with me these many things, actually so many things about my past and about many things that are happening right now. But they really share this for us, for humans, about why do humans get trapped in like wars or conflict or like energy, low energy vibration, etc. And it's so interesting because they started like this. They asked me, what are you doing here? What do you want? And I'm like, really, I don't want anything. I'm so happy. Like, I am blessed. My life is beautiful. I thank you. I mean, I thank everything. I'm happy to be here. I'm just here, Because really, that's what came out of my heart. And the gods were surprised because they said, oh, so then you pass the tests. And I'm like, what tests? And they say, humanity lives in an initiatic process, and everyone is doing it at their own time. We are sharing times here, like when we meet each other, we share the time, but each one of us is on their own experience, on their own time, on their own road. So they were saying that each one of us has to overcome certain tests, and they spoke of 3 tests that are currently very important, which is, so the first thing they said humans ask the gods is they ask for a strategy. Like they ask for, how can I do that? And how can I do it better than me, myself, or better than some other person? How can I be the best at something? How can I have the strategy for winning, whatever? And they say when a human asks for this, for the strategy of something, what happens is that they get stuck in not following their heart because they start to follow the strategy. So they start to follow I should do it this way and that way, and then it's better for, this to take this advice and to do it that way, but they forget to listen to their hearts. When a human being passes the first test, the initiatic test these gods were speaking of, he or she doesn't ask for a strategy anymore. He doesn't need a strategy anymore because it's just this person is just following their heart, and the heart is the best compass and is the best strategy that a human can have. And of course, most times it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in the end. So this is the first test. Then the gods were sharing, there is, and they said, you haven't asked for a strategy, so you have passed the first test. Okay? Then they started speaking of the second test. This second test is about, they said, fame, popularity, like community growth, being recognized, being someone around your community, you know. So when a human being asks for being famous, or more people around them, or more clients, or whatever, in that same sense, they are asking for popularity in their surrounding, in their tribe. And then the God said, human beings that ask for this, they are stuck in recognition. So they start, you know, feeding this image of themselves and whatever, and they say there's lots of humanity that is stuck there in both the first and the second tests that they were sharing. But you haven't asked for fame, you haven't asked for community, you haven't asked for, you know, more people around you, or recognition, or whatever. So they said, you passed this test. And they started explaining the third test to me, and they said, this third test is about love. And many people that are like you, they're sharing like spiritual people, I guess, or like people that connect, they are going to be having to have to pass this third test. And what happens with the third test about love is, they say, when people stop asking to the gods or to higher energy, stop asking for love, it's because they have learned to walk the way of their hearts. Through walking the way of their hearts, this is the first test, they have gained, you know, some respect around them. You know, it doesn't mean you have to be like a huge influencer or whatever. It just means like around you are where you need to be, and you speak to the people you need to speak to, and you connect to the people you need to connect to, and this happens naturally. So you pass the second test. And they said, once this is happening, human beings, they learn to not to ask for love, because they can see and they can feel the love all around them. And human beings, we start to perceive that everything is really love. And through being in this energy, in this connection, in this reality of everything is love, then it's obvious that we will going to find each other, and we will going to find our people, or whatever. Or if we want to build like a relationship, or whatever we want to do, we will find the people to do that. And it happens. It's not, you don't need to ask the gods for that, you know. So they said, you are not asking for that. They said, then you have passed the third test. And they started explaining so much, because they started saying, when human beings pass the three of these tests, we start connecting in some place. I don't know why I'm calling it Valhalla. I know nothing about this mythology, Norse mythology, maybe from another lifetime, but whatever. But this place of glory, it's a place between the worlds. So they said to me, I started speaking about, why am I going to all these temples around, you know, the world, and different places where I'm being called to, and I visit, you know, sacred places around the world, and I feel so connected in all these places, and it's all the time I'm doing some kind of energy work there. They said it's because you connect in this realm, in this middle way between the gods, say it's like the subtle energy, and the grounded material solid energy human realm, you know. So they say that's why you're always like moving from one temple to another. And that's why you're there. And they told me that it's very important for us humans to hold this sacred energy wherever we go, because all of us, we are holding space for new things to be born here on our earth, and for everything to be more balanced between people, places, you know, cultures also. And it's some of us, we're being called to come to these places, connect in these sacred places, and just to balance the weave of energy that is already happening. Okay, another thing that I started hearing there, that I've actually also heard in Glastonbury. This is the first time I received this strong message in 2023, actually, about these years to come, in which actually we do this naturally, like females. We hold space for we hold sacred space. So if you're a woman, or you're in a body of a woman, of course you can do whatever you want to your body, it's okay. But I'm speaking of, you're physically a portal to all dimensions, and a male anatomy doesn't get that. Okay, it's just different. So we get it in a different way. But they spoke to me about the female anatomy and why we as women, we are holding space for all of our community, our families, or like surroundings, neighborhood, I don't know, wherever we are, our communities. And they said it's very important for us to know about this, that we're doing this, and to let like more energy flow through us, through all of our channel as a human, as a woman, and spread it around where we are, where we live. And they said that more and more temples are being held on earth because women are we are coming into our power, and we are strong anchors of love energy. And this temple doesn't have to be the pyramid. I mean, it could be. It's fine that it is, but it doesn't need to be a pyramid. It can be your own home. It actually needs to start there. You need to start where you are right now, creating new space where you are, creating new joy, new love, new happiness around you, and you need to start sharing that with everyone around you. And this will expand, and naturally you will start to connect this in your house, happening at home, to the surrounding area and to the natural temple that happens to be there, because there are temples of humanity all around the earth. I mean, we're just sitting on top of these temples all the times, even in cities, and we don't even realize sometimes. So you will naturally start to connect, and this actually happened to me like 20 years ago. I've been sitting next to the temples in Sacred Valley and really doing so much work there, silent work, inner work, sage work there. So you naturally start to connect to all of these, sacred temples around you, and you start sharing this energy with these places, and these places get an upgrade. So as these places get an upgrade, then all of us and all the people who are there also get this upgrade. I don't know why I'm speaking about that, or maybe I do, but I'll just keep sharing about this, and then we'll say goodbye. So as you start sharing all this energy to the temple to your surroundings, the sacred place that is around you will start getting this energy, and it will start to awaken. As it awakens, it will start calling in more and more light energy. This happened to me 20 years living in Sacred Valley, Peru already, okay? So it's from experience that I am speaking, because I've lived in different towns in the Sacred Valley, and always this has happened. As I have been holding so much energy at home, as a woman, connecting, being happy, then the temple next to home will start to activate and call in more light energy. You know what's happened in Sacred Valley in the past 20 years, 16 years? It has grown so much. It's become a hub for spirituality. I love this. There's so many people going there. There's so many, light workers, whatever. Beautiful people, beautiful souls, beautiful families, soul family meeting there, retreats, all types of things. And it's because also the place, it's activated so that it calls in more of light energy. Okay, so this needs to happen all around the earth. And you know, I'm a world traveler. I love to go to places. I will still travel a lot, but I maybe I should start sharing this more with you, so that we can all make it happen, independent of where we are at, where we live, where do we travel, etc. And we start upgrading. I mean, it's already happening. I know it's already happening, but I'm sharing it for a reason, maybe. So, yeah. So I guess this is the message for today. I wanted to share it in English because I share so much in Spanish already, and I feel to come to balance with both languages as I will keep working and sharing. So yeah, if you liked it, if you have comments, if you have any questions, just feel free to share. As I said, today I have the blessing to be here in this beautiful place, the Giza Plateau, and just enjoying this place, and bringing also energy and light here, and yeah, spreading the weave of love and light. So this December there is a big activation happening in Cusco, in my area, in Sacred Valley, and we're having a group from the 1st to the 7th of December. We are going to activate and open the Crystal City in, I guess it's below the earth, okay? A very ancient connection and information that is going to be tapped in. We're going to tap into that. And strong anchors of this weave, this network, we are being called to step up and do this work. I know some other people are visiting Peru. That's beautiful. My calling, and I'm Susan, hi. What I've got from going to Machu Picchu frequently, and what I'm hearing from Earth there, is the feminine energy, feminine high priestess energy that is stored there will begin to open. Okay, so that's why we're going to visit Sacred Valley, Machu Picchu, Cusco City with our group. And what we're going to do is just connect to Earth, connect heaven and earth, and see what happens. But I promise it's a big adventure. And it's a big adventure from the inner worlds. Okay? We have a plan, we have the places we're visiting, there is a structure and, you know, a certain call for certain different places we will enjoy, we will be there, we will share. But mainly, my real focus actually is working with the earth. So, yeah, that's a calling for December. And again, strong anchors are going to come. I don't think we'll be a huge group, we'll be an intimate group, okay? So if you hold, you know, strong energy inside of you, if you have this calling to come, know that this is for you. Reach out. You can send me a message. We will arrange for this, and so that you can come and be there and just connect and have this experience. This experience, what it does to you, it upgrades you in all levels. So if you need healing, you get the healing. If you need, you know, better work, you get better work. Whatever you're asking for, really, because it doesn't matter. Okay, I started this video with the story that the gods were sharing in this temple in Samothraki Island, and I'm closing with this too. When I was there, really, I didn't ask for anything because I feel I have everything in life. Really, I'm so grateful, and just more keeps coming, and it's amazing. Okay, so I'm like that. I'm there, and this is why all the energy opens up a lot to me, and it opened there. So I'm closing with the same message of really, when you go to a calling, like when you come to my group, if you come to whatever trip I'm doing, if you come to Peru in December, or if you come to Egypt in March, you're just hearing this calling inside of you and you're saying yes, bravely. Okay, good for you. That's brave to say yes and to be there for the calling that's in your heart. You don't need to worry about what you will get. Sorry, this is not the best marketing because I don't come from there. But actually it is the best marketing by not being marketing, because it's not about what you're getting, it's about what you're giving to the land, to the place, what you're sharing by being there where your calling is also there. Okay? So yeah, I wish you enjoyed this, and if you speak English, if you have English speaking friends that may resonate with this, please share this video. There's some English speaking people coming in December 2 and in March 2. My groups will start being in both languages, and this is happening, so I'm very happy, blessed, and send you lots of love and light wherever you are. Bye. See you.